Hi everybody, who it is? Trisha the Knitting Lady. Haven't seen you in months, or you haven't seen me, whatever. Yeah, I was waiting until I was able to get a new phone because I just couldn't take videos on that old phone anymore. So I was doing taxes, which I'm not doing anymore, and I'll explain later. So then I had the time to get a new phone, so here it is. This I'm trying to sell, the screen, whatever, back room divider. And you know how it is, trying to sell something on Facebook or whatever. I have to try one other thing. People say they're interested and you never hear from them again. Of course, I have a set price, it has to be in cash, and they have to pick it up, because I am not delivering it. So we'll see if anybody ever comes through. I could still use it, I'm sure, but it's taking up room. I only have an apartment. So, what happened is I had a health issue. It's been more than a month now. It happened on February 15th. And it was, I don't know what it is, and I wasn't getting an answer from my doctor. I wound up in the emergency room, but I wasn't getting an answer from my doctor, so I'm changing doctors. So I'm due to see the new doctor this Tuesday, the 2nd of April. And meanwhile, after that, I had problems with my teeth. Again, I spend more money on my teeth. I know people always have something to say. Don't you feel like smacking them sometimes? I was saying about my teeth, and one lady in the senior group I belong to said, well, you really should take care of your teeth. If she only knows how much I've spent on my teeth. I mean, talk about thousands of dollars. I have all my own teeth because I've gone to the dentist that often and spent that amount of money. So I just let her talk, and I said to her, well, you think what you want. You know, it's no use talking to stupid people. So it turns out I need another root canal, and then maybe another crown. Yeah, another crown. Like I don't have enough. So anyway, that's my teeth problem. I go to the endodontist, whatever, tomorrow. I get confused with all these different specialties. And then next week's dentist, and then the eye doctor. I tell you, it's not easy getting older. I turned 71 in January 8th, same day as Elvis. But yeah, so February 15th, I wound in the emergency room because I had this migraine that wouldn't go away, and I don't usually get headaches. And I couldn't remember things. I woke up, turned on the computer, and it was like nothing. Nothing's registering. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. It was scary. So they took MRIs and other stuff, and they said I had some kind of urinary tract infection. I don't know why it would cause that. But when I went back to the doctor I was going to, he was trying to equate it to diabetes, and kept saying, well, you got to test your sugar. And I'm like, well, how do I do that? He wouldn't answer me. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that. So I said, forget it, I'm going to another doctor. So hopefully I can get an answer of why that happened. Someone has said to me it might have been like what they call TIA, which I have it written down, don't ask me how to pronounce it. So we'll see. But I decided I wasn't going to go back to doing taxes. I thought to myself, maybe it's the stress. They had me on like 3 different special studies and if I had one of them was good. It wasn't, there was no pressure to it, but my manager kept saying to me, well, you have too much experience for that. It's, I'm sorry, it was easy. Everybody liked the work I was doing on that. So, and I thought to myself, I'm not going back. Because this year, with the way the taxes are, it's horrible. It's horrible. So many things have been taken away, so many credits, and trying to explain to people. And of course, people are mad, which I don't blame them. You know, one lady, when I was explaining to her, and I said, this is so unfair. And she said, you agree with me? I said, yes, I do. I said, this is awful. I said, but there's nothing we can do about it. Write to your congressman, write to your senator about the tax laws. She kind of calmed down after that. No, I wasn't gonna. I said, whose side do you think I'm on? I'm not on the IRS's side. I'm on your side. I said, this is horrible. But it's like every call is like a different issue, and I said I'm not going back to that. In fact, I'm not going to go back to it, period. I just figure I should respect my age and I need a part-time job, and I need something that's not as stressful. So I'll keep you informed about what the doctor thinks I might have had. Meanwhile, I'm knitting, crocheting. I'm doing, I don't know if you watch Judy from Witch Piece Craft. She, you know, she has like different things. She's hosting different photos, and you make something that has different colors. So I have this scarf I made. Even though scarves are not big. I made this, it's a shell, but I made it longer to put over a bathing suit. It's nice and colorful, isn't it? I do like my color. That's crocheted. The scarf was knitted. Also, I did this. I took this from the Crochet World, an issue from 2022. It's supposed to be a holder. You put it on over a cup, and it can hold different things. Well, the pattern was awful. So if I make another one, number one, I'm going to use thicker cotton. This is cotton thread. This is too, what do you say, flimsy. And I'm going to rewrite the pattern, because this cup, even though it's big, it's still, I followed the pattern too. It's still too big for the cup. It's pretty. And here, the handle, it's supposed to be, there's supposed to be a button here, but it's, like I said, it's too big. Well, anybody out there who crochets and knits a lot, you know sometimes you have to adjust patterns. Some of them are really well written, some of them aren't. This one was not well written. Just like I was making a vest, and I'd gotten pretty far along in the vest, and then the pattern didn't make any sense, and I kept rewriting it and seeing if there was a video for it. Nothing, so I ripped it out, started a new vest. There is a video for this cup of crochet, whatever it's called. It's an awful video. It is. I even put in remarks who wrote it. This video is no help. It was not helpful at all. So that's what I've been doing, plus trying to catch up with things. I'm going to have to find myself another part-time job because things are just so expensive. I know a lot of you can relate. So we'll see. I redid my resume. I don't want to work full-time. I was supposed to be working part-time doing taxes, but I wound up almost working full-time. Oh, and I kept hearing, oh, but you're so experienced. Good. Forget about that. I even said to my matcher, forget I have the experience. Yeah, well, we really need you. And, you know, we work online. They rely on surveys. Well, my surveys were all, with 10 being the best, most of them were 9 or 10. So, I mean, they were like, yeah, you're doing a great job. Yeah, well, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. So he tried to talk me out of resigning, but it didn't work. Oh, but you'll come back next year. And I said, yeah, maybe. Guess what? I'm not. I have to respect my age. Even my son said to me, Mom, you're not getting any younger. It's true. Why am I killing myself? The prices, well, I won't even get into that whole thing. You know, prices and what's going on. It's just depressing. I won't be able to travel as much as I was, unfortunately. I won't be able to afford it. But I do have cruise coming up in September, going to Alaska, so I'll just save for that. I paid everything. I have my air flight. I paid for the cruise. It's just extra spending money that I'll need. So that's about it. Nothing else is going on. Sorry it's been so long. I just didn't want to go ahead and get a new phone until I could really afford it. And then an offer came up, which I got the phone and I got an iPad for practically nothing. You know, from the credits, I have Verizon, so I took advantage of it. So, I hope everybody's doing fine. I'm going to get dressed and go to karaoke soon. And sometimes I wonder now how I found time to work, because I have something going on almost every day. What you'll see at the end of the video is my trip to Deland. They had a plant festival, which I wound up not buying any plants because most of it was for people who have houses and gardens. I just have a front porch. Then over the weekend was the full moon, and we usually go watch the full moon at the beach. Well, the water was so rough and loud. There was such a cloud cover at the beach. But I came home and took that short video how it looked over our so-called lake at the back of the complex. And then my friend Arlene sells paparazzi, and she's there at the Holly Hill Market every weekend. So I went there. They had a little bit of, I know you couldn't hear me from the wind. It was horrible this weekend with the wind. But they had someone dressed up as a bunny rabbit for the kids. So that's about it. I hope everybody's doing fine, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi everybody, it's Trisha the Knitting Lady. I'm down in Deland for the Wildflower and Garden Festival. I had to get out. I'm gonna look at plants. Here are a list of speakers. Well, I don't have a garden. I just use my the front, you know, my porch. So none of this really means anything to me. This place is pretty big. Boy, there's all kinds of societies here. Wildflower. I'm down here before, but never noticed the amount of art galleries. Well, let me sit down, relax, look at the fountain. A lot of these vendors are for people who have gardens and houses. And I just have room enough for house plants. Interesting, though. It's Thursday, ladies, Sunday, around 9 a.m. I don't know if you can hear me. We're supposed to walk on the beach. I don't know how much walk I'm coming through. Pretty rough this morning. I'm down in the market, Holly Hill. Just get my vegetables here. My Arlene has, she says paparazzi. where I live. It's kind of nice, isn't it? Much better than beach. It was so crazy there in the cloud cover.